So we can throw our nade, throw our alchemical fire, shoot with our mystic shot, and then fry them with our beam from a mile away, and we are doing 3,500 damage in a single combo. Hello and welcome to another build guide here. We have a rather spicy build. If you're tired of playing the beam focus build for Kelvin, this is going to mix things up quite a bit. We are going to be focusing on using our nade within this build. This build's called Droppin bombs, and we're going to hop right into the early laning phase items here, starting out with monster rounds.
We live in interesting
Monster
times,
rounds
don't we?
is a great item to just help us farm a little bit easier. It's going to give us bonus health, it's going to give us health regen, and really it's just going to help us shove the wave a little bit faster. The next item we're going to get during the laning phase is going to be extra charge, which is going to give us an extra use of our nade. And at rank 1, we're going to have +1 charges on there, bringing us to 2, and with extra charge, that's going to bring us to 3 uses of our nade really early on, just 1,000 souls in. The next item that we're going to get is going to be Mystic Burst, which is going to increase the damage of our nade by 35, as long as our nade does 80 damage. And luckily for us, our nade does 80 damage without any items whatsoever, meaning that Mystic Burst will benefit regardless of the items that we have. The next item that we're going to get is Enduring Spirit. This item is going to allow us to stay in the fight just a little bit longer in those early kind of scrappy fights in the laning phase. It's going to give us that 10% lifesteal and 75 bonus health. The next item that we'll get is going to be Improved Spirit, which is going to increase the damage on our nade and on our beam. Sprint Boots is going to help us roam a little bit easier. It's going to help us engage. It's going to help us disengage. Mystic Reach is going to extend the length of our beam, and it's going to increase the radius of both of our ult and our nade. From there, we're going to move into our mid-game items. We're going to go ahead and get Enduring Speed, which is going to just allow us to roam a little bit faster, engage a little bit faster, and disengage a little bit easier with that 40% slow resist. Spirit Lifesteal is going to help us stay in the fight even longer. It's going to give us a total of 33% Spirit Lifesteal from that initial 10% plus 23%. This item's really great when those fights are super scrappy in those early laning phase, fights. From there, we'll go ahead and grab Improved Cooldown, bringing our cooldowns in total down by 16% for each of our abilities. We'll also grab Rapid Recharge, which will give us an additional charge onto our nade, bringing us up to 4 uses. And it's also going to allow us to charge those nades even faster, meaning we can start to spam this ability. We'll then grab Improved Spirit, which is going to just increase the damage on both our nade and our beam. And, you know, of course, if you do not have the flex slot available here, you can go ahead and just grab Fleet Footwork or Mystic Shot before you get that first flex slot. But from there, we'll go ahead and grab Improved Burst, which will do an extra 9% max health as bonus damage, as long as the nade is going to be doing 125 damage in a single hit, which, at this point, our nade's doing 144 points of damage, so we are going to get that plus 9% max health as bonus damage there. Now we'll go ahead and grab Fleet Footwork to just give us a little bit more mobility, a little bit more roaming potential, and we'll grab Mystic Shot, which will give us a little bit more burst potential with that first initial shot after the nade there. If we're struggling with flex slots here, we can go ahead and grab Fleet Footwork or Mystic Shot earlier. From there, moving on to the later game items here, we're going to go ahead and grab Heal Bane, which is just awesome. It's going to give a 40% healing reduction on all of our abilities. So our nade and our beam are both going to be inflicting a 40% healing reduction on that target. From there, we'll get a Mystic Vulnerability here, which will go ahead and increase our damage by decreasing the potency of their Spirit Resist by 12%. From there, we'll go ahead and grab Superior Cooldown. We're going to imbue our nade. We'll grab Alchemical Fire, and this, I'll show exactly what you can do with this a little bit later on. But from there, we'll go ahead and try to get Mystic Reverb, and we'll imbue that on our nade. We'll try to get this as soon as we possibly can. It is our first very expensive item at 6,200. There we'll grab our Boundless Spirit, which is going to increase the damage on both our nade, our beam, and pretty much everything else within our kit. We'll then grab Improved Reach, and we're going to imbue our beam here, actually. This is just going to allow us to stay a little bit further out of the fight. We're going to try to stay a little bit further back as we head into late game. We'll then grab Surge of Power, and we'll imbue our nade with that as well. From there, we have a pretty much completed build. All of our slots are full, however, we can start to sell those tier 1 items. So if we sell Enduring Spirit, we have the option of going into Improved Spirit, Improved Bullet Armor, or Leech or Metal Skin, depending on the situation. If you have a Haze on the enemy team that has Unstoppable and is doing an insane amount of damage with their ult, you can go ahead and grab Metal Skin just to ensure that you stay alive. If you are able to stay out of the fight but you're getting poked quite a bit, you're still getting a lot of damage thrown your way, you can grab Leech to kind of help yourself heal up during the course of that fight. You can also sell your monster rounds here and grab a Warp Stone, which is just a great tool for survivability. It's going to give you that short range teleport as well as that additional 30% bullet resistance when you use it for 5 seconds. Now, as far as skill order goes, we are still going to start off by leveling our beam and getting our beam ability. We'll go into getting our nade, get that extra charge. We will then get the second level in our beam just for that 40 extra DPS. Make sure that we have access to both our Ice Path and to our Frozen Shelter, and then here you will max nade to get that extra 175 damage. From here you'll then max your beam, max your ult, and then you'll max out your Ice Path. You know, once you're full build, of course, everything's a little crazy, but once you do have full build, this is what a full build combo can look like. So we can throw our nade, throw our alchemical fire, shoot with our mystic shot, and then fry them with our beam from a mile away, and we are doing 3,500 damage in a single combo. Let's say we're just poking here, we're just throwing our nade, we're getting out. 758 damage plus our Mystic Reverb of 339, bringing us up to almost 1,100 damage in a single hit. Pretty insane. This also works great for if you get someone trapped within your ult, go ahead and throw your alchemical fire down and start blasting. They can't really move outside of the alchemical fire's radius since you have them trapped within the dome, so they are going to be taking all of that damage regardless. So again, that combo to be pop your ult, throw your alchemical fire on the ground, go ahead and take a shot. Throw your nade, then you can beam. It's going to be an absurd amount of damage. Now on a moving target, even if you just wanted to throw your nade and your alchemical fire, you can see that they are slowed by quite a bit. I just want to emphasize how far away you can be with this build.
Throwing grenade!
Still hit both of those abilities. And you know, you can really just toss them both at the same height. It's going to work for the purpose of getting them out really, really, really fast. So with your nade and with your alchemical fire and with Mystic Reach or Improved Reach on your beam, you can throw your nade, throw your alchemical fire and then beam from a mile away and kind of keep them slowed within that radius. You can see that damage is pretty insane. You are, however, quite squishy with this build, so again, you do want to be playing pretty far back, kind of at the max range of your nade, where you can reliably throw it, and just kind of continue to chuck those. If I take off the no cooldown here, you can see what the normal spam is going to look like. I throw my nade, I throw my alchemical fire, I can throw another nade there, throw another nade. kind of just continue
Engaging.
to harass, you know, get these bursty moments
Throw an ice bomb.
where you're really spamming a lot of nades in a row. Please give this build a try and let me know what you think. It is a ton of fun, and I'll be uploading a gameplay video here pretty soon where you'll get to see this build kind of in action. This build is a blast, and I think the nades really catch people off guard. I don't think anyone's really expecting your nade to deal that much damage. So get out there and drop some bombs.